This Justin News presents Irritus Beaver's Bombing Run.
All right, guys, it's Friday night, and it's another episode of Bombing Run. All right, we have three, count them, three comedians competing to see who's going to be the Joker Ace of the night. And Joker Ace gets to be on my Saturday show, This Justin News Comedy Club, which is on Saturdays. So, without further ado, I want to introduce the judge of the night, the Boulder. Yay! Yay! Look, I've had ghosts of comedians. I've had the ghost of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I've had the Mars Land Rover. Tonight, I left no stone unturned. Really? Come on, guys. Stone unturned. He's a rock and roller from long ago and far away. But this rock has been around the comedy scene for a long time. So I know that this Boulder can be the best judge possible. And I also want to thank my Sargent at Arms for making this show a great show to watch. Thanks to Sargent at Arms. He is so busy watching the privates. Not yet. She's taking care of privates. Okay, let's get that straight. She's taking care of some privates right now to make sure they're doing KP duty. But she is running the show as well. So without further ado, I want to go to our first comic of the night. Let's please welcome to the stage Joe Walters, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.
How's everybody doing tonight? I recently got in this group text with my family, like older family members and stuff like that. And I can't get out of it. And it's terribly boring. My phone doesn't give me the option. And I can't be like, hey, I don't really care about anything you guys say. So just take me out of it. Plus, I got my grandma and a Deadpool for $75. So I kind of want to keep an eye on that. But the big problem is my phone does like the text message preview. It'll say who it is and then like the next 5 words. Do you know how terrible it is when you're trying to masturbate to internet porn? I got my Aunt Ruby texting, asking what time Matlock is. Like, not only do I have to deal with that, but now for the next 25 minutes, I'm going to have uncles and everybody replying to that text message. So pretty much my internet porn is done for the night. Got my wiener in my hand. I can't go back to using my imagination like a caveman. What am I, a barbarian? So I'm just kind of out of it. It's out of luck. And, you know, when a guy does that and he doesn't finish, like some bad stuff's probably going to happen. Like, I would imagine that's probably why like Hitler invaded Poland. Just something like that. He was like, that's good, that's good. Und Hitler, what is it? I'm busy. Give me 1 minute. Hitler, come quickly. I'm trying to come quickly. Oh, important tomorrow. Oh man, I've recently kind of got into spiritual stuff with like the subconscious mind and affirmations. If you don't know what affirmations are, it's basically where somebody talks into your headset all night and tells you you're not a douchebag and it makes you feel better about yourself. And it works for sure. The problem is I must have like rolled over my phone in the middle of the night and like changed the channel of what I was listening to, because now I keep like subconsciously trying to stick vegetables up my ass. That's not what I was going for. Like yeah, I was at the grocery store the other night and I kind of just spaced out, and before I knew it, I was standing in front of the cucumber just like kind of petting them and stuff. It was really weird. And then I was sleepwalking the other night, which I never do. And I woke up and I was in the fridge. I had the crisper open and my balls were in the bag of salad. And I don't know, I got to get rid of these affirmations. But the worst part, I came home from work the next night, walked in the door, and my family was eating salad for dinner. Oh. Dad, I love this new vinaigrette that you put on the salad. There was no dressing on that salad, man.
Oh.
I got a cat in my family too. He's crazy, man. Always run around. You know, you'll pet him and he's nice. And also just bites you out of nowhere. And I don't understand. I'm pretty sure he's on heroin because he just sleeps all day long. But about 10:30, I'll lay my head down and go to bed. Got my headset on. If I'm not listening to affirmations, I'm listening to my Backstreet Boys mixtape. Don't make fun of me, okay? Tell me why you try to go to sleep to Metallica. Backstreet Boys works. Right as I start to close my eyes, I'll see this little shit come strolling out of my closet like, oh, what can I mess up tonight? And for the rest of the night, all I hear is he's in the bathtub. He's in the attic. He's all over the place, getting into things. I hear him getting into things that I don't even own. There's like bells and stuff going off. I swear to God, the other night I heard the drum solo from Hot for Teacher I thought out there. It's nuts. I'm pretty sure he's shooting heroin, and I'm kidding. He would snort heroin. He wouldn't shoot it.
Oh.
I'm kidding. He would shove it up his ass. He's a crazy cat. That's how he parties. Oh man. Got a long, hard day of work today. I got home. I tell you what is great for a long, hard day of work is like a nice, warm, soothing bathtub fart. They are amazing. Like you'll rip it like bloop, 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 and like if you kind of trap it, it'll do that little like run up your leg, up the gooch, the thigh. You know, I'm not sure if it takes the same path for women. Probably get some bush, some lip action there.
Oh.
But once the bubble explodes, literally your bubble pops because it's just like in your face and it's terrible, but rough. What else? I big rock and roll fan. You guys know John Cougar Mellencamp?
Mm-hmm.
Jack and DeAnn. Little chili or sucking on a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. Is that not the gayest lyric in rock and roll history? Sucking on a chili dog? Like, don't you think John could have came up with something else? It could have easily, it's like it doesn't rhyme with anything. You just threw that in there, man. Old John showing up the party, just sucking on them chili dogs. Hey, thanks for having me on the show, you guys. I appreciate it, man. That's my time.
All right, let's give a big round of applause for Joe Walters, everybody. And Joe, where can we find you on social media?
I have a YouTube channel, Joe Walters Stand Up, and then Facebook, Joe Walters on Facebook. Really easy to find, man.
Cool. He's on two social platforms. And you know what? I am not a vegetarian, so I wouldn't eat any of those salads. I'm sorry. The only thing I ate tonight was ribs and beans and some other chili. I just cut out the green stuff. That's just everything else is made of something. Oh, wow, that's scary. Boulder, can you roll around and let me know if you're ready for the next contestant? You know, last time I had a ghost in here, I had a Ouija board over here. Now I have to wait for trails in the dirt to see what. Okay. The Boulder has rolled over and said yes. All right. So the next contestant up to the stage is Kyle Chris, everybody. Woo!
Bada boom. All right. Thanks for having me. Nice set, Joe. You know, I haven't heard a lot of people doing Hitler on the throne jokes, so got to give it up. That's pretty original. With a heart of gold to anyone who needs Backstreet Boys to go to bed. Obviously, you know, not a Hitler in the streets, right? Just a. Although when he was like, "You ready to? How many of you guys like rock and roll?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "What about John Cougar Mellencamp?" I was like, "Oh, that's like rock Viagra, or what's the opposite of? I don't know." My horns went. John Cougar. It went my horns. Anyway, I'm Kyle. I'm out here in LA. I finally got my vaccine. Thanks. They denied me originally. I'm an essential employee. I do deliveries, which apparently is not, you know, top tier. But I don't know. There's people out there, at least in Los Angeles, with pre-existing conditions like asthma and diabetes, you know, and it was up to me to make sure they got their Marlboro Lights. You know, that's essential. It's been essential delivery. But they were like, "Oh, you're not healthcare. You're not like a nurse, tier 1 or whatever." And it's like, yeah, I might not be as essential as a nurse. I think I'm more essential than a nurse. How many times have you needed a nurse this pandemic? Right? Well, Sergeant of Arms, I think, needed one, I think, right?
Oh.
But how many times did you need that Popeye spicy chicken sandwich? Yeah. Okay. Essential employee, right? Like, sure, a nurse will save your life if you need it, but is life worth living if your dinner didn't come with enough ranch? Essential. Deliveries should definitely be on the same level as healthcare. Okay, you do delivery right, and you go down as a hero. What else do we know about Paul Revere, except his one night delivering the message? That guy's a founding father or something. Is he? I don't know. I didn't see Hamilton yet, but that's the respect that we put on our delivery people, like Paul Revere. And if you get delivery wrong, you go down in infamy. Like, what else do we know about Moses, except it took him 40 years to make one drop? You have to read the Old Testament for that one, I guess. Boulder. I don't know. Believe me, if the chosen people are in my Toyota Matrix, we're getting to the promised land in 30 minutes or less. That's essential delivery. They rejected me. Weird. I don't know what's been essential. I don't know where you're all at in Los Angeles. The marijuana stores have been open this entire time. It's like the schools have been closed, but let's blaze, right? Like, I remember when I moved to California, marijuana was medicinal, then it became recreational. Now it's essential. So that's been the craziest transformation. Pretty soon it's going to be mandatory. I don't know if you heard, but they say that marijuana actually cures COVID because you're too paranoid to leave the house.
Oh,
essential. That's essential. All right. So tip your delivery driver. Don't be like Christina Ricci. I'll name drop. I dropped to Christina Ricci once, and she was like, "Just text me your Venmo," and that was like 9 weeks ago. So I'm definitely not seeing Addams Family 3 if there's ever one. I don't know.
Oh.
All right, you guys have been a lot of fun, Joe, Aaron. Thanks a lot, man. I'm Kyle. Take care.
Let's give a big round of applause for Kyle, Chris, everybody. And Kyle, where can we find you on social media besides Uber Eats?
I'm usually trolling. I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm usually trolling Steelers haters on Twitter. That's where you can find me. Hashtag
Big Ben.
Big Ben is my co-pilot.
Awesome. So that's what you're doing. We just recently lost a restaurant close by here. It closed Monday. Hooters. If Hooters would have just taken the initiative of having the ladies deliver the food, they'd still be in business.
Oh yeah.
But instead, they sent Kyle. Can you imagine the disappointment when you grabbed your Hooters to go and went, "Oh, this is not the porn I was watching earlier."
I'm working on some cleavage.
Oh, I think everybody's working on cleavage from this pandemic. I'm pretty sure everybody is. But thank you, Kyle, so much for your set. Oh my gosh. Boulder. He claims that you didn't know the Old Testament, but I know you've been around for ages, eons perhaps. So I know you got that joke earlier. So Boulder, are you ready for the next comedian? Awesome. Rolled in the dirt again and spelled the word yes. Thank goodness. Oh, that's awesome. So up to the stage next is our final contestant of the night. Please welcome Kate Borrell, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Hello. This is my happiest. And my boyfriend doesn't believe me. He's like, "Wait, you're usually sad. Who's your side piece?" And I have to tell him I don't have a side piece. I have several. Look, I'm sorry you were at work when the orgy was happening.
Oh.
He's a lot. Remember when the word Karen used to be known as the N word?
Mm.
What happened to that? We got to bring that back. It actually kind of worked with some songs. Okay, here's some proof. And if you don't know, now you know, Karen. It worked. And then there's this one. So long. You made a Karen wait for some so long. That works. Bring it back. I don't know. I have been thinking about how to make new friends once all this is over. The problem is I just don't want to meet them. I think in-person interactions are going to suck when you realize there's no red button to exit the meeting. And what exactly is the red button in real life? I think it's the staples, and when you press it, a man goes, "That was easy." I've lost 75 pounds. Thanks. I shaved my bush. I accidentally rescued a kitty with my boyfriend, which then my boyfriend learned he couldn't handle two pussies.
Oh.
I thought I was just going to domesticate the cat and that'd be the end of it. And I did. But then I learned the cat domesticated me. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I started calling my boyfriend my husband because we stopped having sex. When I eventually gave the cat away, the first person to respond was a guy who thought he could get a date out of it, to which we said no. But what was I supposed to do with the guy's phone number? So then I thought, I know, I'll just sign it up for random cat facts. Because I think revenge should be like a hairball, unexpected, and it'll choke you up. I went to the strip club recently, and I walked out of there with more questions than answers. I didn't think nobody should go to the strip club. It's too much. No, I'm not righteous like that. I walked out of there asking myself, why did I pay the stripper more money than the men around me? I accidentally gave this woman a 20, but then I was like, nah, she earned it. Okay, this was like the one stripper that looked at me and was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm sexually attracted to her because it's my job, and I appreciate that. And then she slid down the pole, and then she twerked, and I thought she earned it. You know what? I gave her a raise. I'm her boss now. I saw the saddest motorboating at the strip club. There was this one different stripper. She goes up to the man and she's like, happy birthday. And she's trying to get him to motorboat her. Except the thing of it is, her tits are very small and he didn't lean his head far enough. Like, I can do it farther than he could. Like this, he should have done it farther. But anyway, it doesn't touch. And so it makes him look like he's motorboating the air. It was like Dr. Fauci approved motorboating. I'll leave you with this. Have you guys ever heard of Colton Underwood from The Bachelor?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because he came out as gay recently. And that makes his one time on The Bachelor the time reality TV attempted conversion therapy. My name is Kate Borrell.
All right, let's give it up for Kate Borrell, everybody. And Kate, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok. I don't know where else. Maybe if someone takes like a fit picture of me, you can find me. You can find me passive aggressively mentioned on Twitter.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. You know, and I understand that fake motorboating, you gotta do that though, because if you touch, you're in trouble. I know that for a fact. That's why I'm not allowed in Canada no more. All right, the Boulder has spoken. tonight's winner of Bombing Run, who will be on the Joker Ace and on my This Just In News Comedy Club show on Saturdays on a future date is. What is up, everybody? Woo! All right, Kate, you're going to be on the show. Sargent, put her up here for me, please. All right, Kate. Yeah, thank you so much. You're going to be on the show. Thank you. We'll contact you after the show. We'll set up a date for that. You did amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Cool.
having me.
You're welcome. All right, second place tonight. And everyone's a winner. You guys were on here, so I want to give you everybody a big round of applause. You guys are all awesome tonight, so I want to give you a big round of applause. Second place winner is Kyle Chris, everybody. Woo! And Kyle, you're late with my food. Thank you so much.
I'll take
Michigan.
the at home version.
Okay, so yeah, I'm in Michigan. You're in California. You hurry up. Come on, snap, snap. All right. And third place, and still, he showed up. He did his set. Let's give it up for Joe Walters, everybody. He did such a great job. And I never heard a Hitler joke done so well, by the way. I have not heard Hitler jokes done so well. I always kind of cringe, but that one was so funny. I'm like, no. Good stuff, Joe. So that's the show for the night, guys. I want to thank let's all give a big round of applause to the Boulder. Thank you for rolling in and judging. I don't know where I'm finding these judges. Sorry, but I guarantee it's a real rock. I don't know how to explain this, but I find these great judges and they do review all you guys. It's not left up to me. It's not left up to Sargent at Arms because we're both biased. We wouldn't pick the right people. I'm pretty sure I would pick the wrong one. But the Boulder's, a third party. And also, let's thank Sargent at Arms once again for leading the show. Great show. And that's it for tonight, guys. We're going to have another Friday night show. Not same three comedians, but three new comedians, a new judge, hopefully not a rock. And we'll be again on here Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. So from Sargent at Arms, the Boulder, and General A.A. Ron, thank you for watching. This has been an oddly funny production. Good night, everybody.
This has been an oddly funny production.